I will do it tomorrow. Ryan was a bright and talented teenager, but he had one bad habit: he always said, I'll do it tomorrow. Whenever his mother asked him to clean his room, Ryan would smile and say, I'll do it tomorrow. When his teacher assigned homework, Ryan would think, I'll do it tomorrow. Even when he planned to learn new skills or exercise, he would tell himself, I'll start tomorrow. At first, this habit seemed harmless. After all, one day of delay did not look like a big problem. But slowly, those tomorrows began to pile up. One Monday, Ryan's science teacher announced an important project. The students had 3 weeks to complete it. This project will count for a large part of your final grade, the teacher explained. Ryan thought, 3 weeks. That's plenty of time. I'll start tomorrow. The next day, he was busy playing video games. I'll start tomorrow, he said again. The next day, his friends invited him to play basketball. I'll start tomorrow. Days passed quickly. Every evening, Ryan remembered the project, but he always found a reason to postpone it. Tomorrow became next week. Next week became later. Soon, only 3 days remained before the deadline. Ryan finally opened his notebook and looked at the project requirements. His eyes widened. This is much more work than I thought, he exclaimed. For the next 3 days, Ryan worked late into the night. He rushed through the research, made careless mistakes, and barely finished on time. When the projects were returned, Ryan received a low grade. His friend Emma, who had started early, earned the highest score in the class. What happened? Ryan asked. Emma smiled. I worked on it a little each day. It never felt difficult because I didn't wait until the last minute. Ryan felt disappointed. Deep down, he knew the real reason for his poor grade. It was not because he lacked intelligence. It was because he kept delaying his work. A few weeks later, another opportunity appeared. The school announced a public speaking competition. The winner would receive a trophy and represent the school at a regional event. Ryan loved the idea of winning. I should join, he thought. But preparing a speech would take effort. I'll start tomorrow. The next day became another tomorrow. Soon, only 1 week remained before the competition. Ryan realized he had not written a single word. This time, he remembered the science project and the regret he had felt. He sat quietly and thought, why do I always wait? He asked himself. Then he understood something important. Waiting for the perfect time was only an excuse. The perfect time rarely arrived. Successful people did not wait for motivation. They simply started. Ryan decided to change. Instead of saying, I'll do it tomorrow, he said, I'll do it now. He opened his notebook immediately and wrote the first paragraph of his speech. The next day, he practiced for 10 minutes. Then 20. Then 30. Little by little, his speech improved. When competition day arrived, Ryan felt nervous but prepared. He walked onto the stage, took a deep breath, and delivered his speech confidently. The audience listened carefully. The judges smiled and nodded. At the end of the event, the winner was announced. First place goes to Ryan. The crowd applauded loudly. Ryan walked to the stage and accepted the trophy with a huge smile. As he held the trophy, he realized that the biggest victory was not the award. The biggest victory was overcoming his habit of procrastination. From that day forward, whenever Ryan caught himself saying, I'll do it tomorrow, he stopped and asked, why not today? That simple question changed his life. His grades improved, his room stayed clean, and he achieved goals that once seemed impossible. Ryan learned a lesson he would never forget. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, but today is in your hands. The best time to start is not tomorrow, it is now. Moral: procrastination steals opportunities. Start today, and small actions will lead to big success.